Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. Let's see who I was on here. I don't know if y'all still on here or not. Cynthia, Looney, Michelle Barnes. Good afternoon, everybody. What it do, Marquisa? Happy day after Turkey Day. Hey, Deborah. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me message Looney so she can come back. I was about to say, I'm about to send you a message. What Deborah did you go? Hey, Lauren. Hey, Looney. Wait, my hour and I just went outside, y'all. It's cold in Georgia. It's good and cold. I'm sorry, this is not the best angle for me. I'm right. What's up, Deborah? Okay, gotcha. So what y'all think about the Thanksgiving shenanigans? I haven't had a chance to cover anybody else Thanksgiving shenanigans but Bethany's. That was my priority. I want to go back because I want to see what would happen when Wayne met Tamara's dad and what her dad was gonna say to her about him. And the fact that D was there was like chef's kiss. So I gotta go watch those. And then I need to watch the Delicia and Iman skits because I gotta eat that karma cake that they were serving up for you know that Shayla themed karma cake. So I gotta eat some of that. Um I want to jump on Bethany for throwing out them collard greens. Look, y'all. Bethany crying. Bethany, let me put some lipstick on because I'm looking so pale. Bethany is crying. She crying. Oh, hold on, y'all. Yes, I am, Lauren. I sure am. I sure am. Un momento. Now look. Sorry, y'all. I had a good Thanksgiving. I had a good Thanksgiving for the most part. Oh, that's just my nose. How was y'all's Thanksgiving? My skin is peeling from where I've been sick, so it looks like a. Okay. I start looking crazy. Y'all best tell me. Hey, it's Lady D. I need Bethany and Shayla's coming to slow cook. I need it to taste like some good oxtails and the slow cooker eating it down to the bone, karma tasting so good. I know, right? Oh, nice. Asian inspired Thanksgiving. Cool. We had a regular old Southern Thanksgiving. Then I broke out. So, um, okay, so questions. What did y'all think about Shar when she got to the house? Thanksgiving Day, when she came in. I feel like Shar was wrong for the way she came in there. She did do a lot when she first got there. She did do a lot. She did a whole lot. But most of us have had guests bring food to our homes at some point. As the woman of the house, when a guest brings food to my, I'm either gonna grab the dish and take it and put it in the kitchen where I want it to sit at, or I'm gonna escort them in. I'm not gonna go around to a whole nother side of the kitchen and come in that way. I'm not gonna do that. I could say I could agree with that, Marquisa. She did. You don't remember how she was when she first came in? Deborah said she teen Shaw, so she can't see no wrong. Me too, but I gotta be true to it. If I'm gonna call out some of my other favorite characters, I'm gonna have to call out Shar too. Yes, Looney. It definitely seemed like it could have calmed down when the HOA guy got there, because it seemed like I don't know why that video didn't load for me, but it seemed like everything kind of calmed down a little bit, and like all everybody would have been on the same page. But then when Bethany did not have a seat at the table, yes, Bethany came in. She wanted to because Bethany walked to Larry and said, "Mm-mm," and she walked to the back side of that kitchen. It came through the back way. She came in there. It's like a stand back mode, so you can enter attack mode. Bethany took it beyond hell. If there's anything below hell, Bethany took it there. Jamie said she thinks she did right. She came right. She moved Bethany food over to put her hot food on the stove, and Bethany went in. That's the one way to look at it. Shara said, "Hey everyone." Bethany looked on her face, and Bethany got up and went around the kitchen and stood there. Shara could have asked out loud, "Where can we put the food?" I think both. I honestly think both of them were wrong in that instance. Bethany was wrong as the host. There was a much better way that she could have handled that, but she came in there. She wanted to smoke, and Shara was sitting on 10 anyway. Duchess was had calmed her down. Then Bethany just made it easier. She didn't want to tell her where to put the food. She said Bethany set that up exactly how she wanted it because she knew how she wanted it to go. And she wanted it to go to where she wanted it to go to beyond hell. That's where she wanted it to go. Deficit Bethany just irritated her, period. Good morning, D Brown. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, so now my question is, so we get past that part, right? Well, back up. What do you think about Bethany demanding that Larry take up for her in that moment? Because Larry said when he came around, he just heard Bethany say something about Char's clothes and Char trying to dress like her. He said he didn't hear all the other stuff. So what do you think about Bethany and the way she demanded in that moment when the food was dropped off? What do you think about the way she um demanded that from Larry? Oh yeah, Michelle, that's definitely what it was. She wanted he wanted the family to coexist. Larry wants peace more than he wants anything else. He wants peace. Anthony talks about wanting peace. Anthony didn't have anybody disturbing his peace when he wanted Shella to be his peace. Larry ain't got nothing but chaos around him. She was, but we said there was a reason. She wants to be controlling the air situation. Thank you, Looney, for the super sticker. Yes, and he said that. He said that. He said he always defends her. He said that. But at some point, like, you got me in stuff. What if Chase could really fight y'all when he went to that office space? What if Chase really knew how to fight? Happy Thanksgiving, Elena. Alani. Yes, she was. She definitely Lady D. She definitely was. Um. Okay, so then my next question. Then we're gonna go to the comments eventually. That's what I'm saying. What if Chase was strapped? What if? Okay, I got another theory. I got a theory. Y'all want to hear it? There are two people that attended this event yesterday who I think are going to end up testifying against Bethany. Yes, she really could have gotten him hurt. What could you imagine? Krim used to go to that office too. Could you imagine her coming at Krim like that? The uncle is one, but let me tell you who else I think is going to end up being a witness for Greg. I think Larry's going to end up being a witness for Greg. Brooke is not a surprise. I think Brooks that nail is in that coffin. Them two teenagers. Oh, you can hang it up. Okay, so let's move on so we can get to the other stuff. I believe Larry's gonna end up testifying. I believe Larry's gonna end up testifying for Greg. So this actress that plays Bethany is so darn good, y'all. It's ridiculous. Who is this calling me? I don't know who that is. Okay, so my next thing is I believe. Oh, let's go to the no seat at the table thing. Let's break that down together. Okay. I think he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back, but he's not gonna stay long. I think he's gonna come back. That's his house. He's got to come back. He's got to come back because it's his house. But hear me out, y'all. What do y'all think about the actual dinner part? So the HOA guy has left, which I believe the HOA dude wanted to plate. What y'all think? I think he wanted to plate. Oh yeah, I don't think. I think that marriage is over. That marriage is over and done with. Don't get me wrong, Shara is a handful too, but I believe Shara and him are gonna reconcile. My only hope is, and I know y'all heard it in one of my reactions, I don't want Shara to jump too quick with Larry. I know we are on the countdown to Pound Town, y'all, but I really don't want it to happen right now. I want Shara to take her time. Because what I don't want to happen to Shara is that she find herself in a situation like Shayla, where Shara they end up crossing the line, more like Ro, and then she ends up letting her heart open back up to Larry because clearly she's still in love with him. I saw that during this dinner. I'm concerned that she will give herself over to him too easily, and he will circle back to Bethany out of some misplaced loyalty. It won't last long. No, look. It ain't no thinking to it. Shara won't Larry, and now that and what and she it wasn't. Let me say this. I don't think it was on her mind at first. I know. Right? Look, I don't think her initial mind frame was to come back there and get her family back. I think all the needling from Bethany of her and all of that, and I'm telling y'all, this thing about Bethany wanting her to be locked up keeps coming up. Bethany is the reason why that girl got locked up. Bethany is the reason why Shar got locked up. Okay, let me check these comments out because I just been talking. Yes, I saw that, Marquisa. I saw that. Uncle Harvey and his wife were like, what just happened? Because remember, they tried to go in there. He said, I'm going in here. Uncle Harvey didn't care about not having no table to no table nowhere. He didn't care if he had to sit at the bar. All Uncle Harvey knew was he had him a plate of some good food. Him and his wife just wanted to eat. And I think Bethany invited them there because she wanted, if she is the one that invited them, I think she wanted them there so she felt like she would have some backup. Snap, there you go, Ayana. I don't think. Okay. Yes, I said that. And yesterday, Larry breathing the way he was confirmation. When that man went to breathing, when I'm like, I thought Kristen was a good actress. But when Laurent, aka Larry, went to breathing, that breathing felt real to me. That breathing was like, I think I said something about that in my reaction to, like, when a black man start breathing like that, and he already done told you he got PTSD and stuff, you might want to shut up and leave him alone. Let's see. Lawrence says Bethany could have gotten them both hurt, and that's not good for her husband. Her husband was in the military, so he's seen the worst. That's true. Deborah says, no, I meant the marriage. Yeah, I know. Larry not going anywhere. He gonna see Bethany crying and saying how sorry she is on the fence with my popcorn. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he's gonna at least spin the block. But I think he's gonna end up testifying against her though. I think he's gonna end up filing for divorce. Lawrence, everything that Bethany has put Larry through, Carl Greg has to do at this point is ask him and he'll say yes. I think so. Michelle Barnes, Bethany is the worst hostess in the world. She doesn't extend any kind of hospitality. She don't know what hospitality is, girl. She couldn't even spell it. Ayana, y'all on the countdown to Pound Town because I didn't think Shara wanted Larry. No, I know Shara wants Larry. Now she does. She may not have been thinking about it before, but now, oh yeah, She want him. The way her face lit up when he told her that he was leaving, that woman last night, and then this morning, and then when he asked what they were doing for the day, he's supposed to be taking time to himself. He trying to go with them to Walmart. He wants to be around people that are like him, people that he can relate to in this moment. He's not gonna be able to relate to Bethany in this moment. Because what he's seeing, he don't want to admit to himself what he's seeing out of his wife. She will bring out the worst in a peaceful. She will bring out the worst in a peaceful person. The table screen way to final showdown. Bethany gave it her best shot to prove to all that Larry will support her over Shara, but Larry sees the opportunity to get free of her. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Deborah. No, but here's where she messed up at, y'all. Okay, let's talk about the table scene. When she walked in there and realized she did not have a seat, the person that was sitting in her seat was not Shara. It was Larry's sister that was sitting in the seat. And she was eating. I don't blame her when they got up either. Larry said, "Here, you can have my seat." Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, that would have been my husband taking up for me in that moment. He said, "Hold up, you can have my seat." What was wrong with that? Not a doggone thing. Looney says, nah, she's still trying to respect the marriage. She wants that man back, but she wants him the right way, I think. Also, I don't think she thinks he's actually going nowhere. All of that, Looney. But she definitely want him. Shara want her husband back. She want her whole family back. Lawrence says once Larry realizes that he's going to be pissed off, and so is Brooke. Looney says he's going to try to make it work because he wishes that he worked harder to make it work with Shara. Yeah, but I think some secrets about to come out. And that's going to change all of that. I think Greg has the secret. He's got the magic ticket. Bethany will bring out the worst and the most peaceful. Yes, she will. Right. I don't think he would have just left because of her and Shara's blow. She disrespected his sister and him as well. She stood there and called a table full of black people. She, a white woman, stood there and called a table full of black people trash, y'all, and included Brooke and Destiny. And did y'all notice that Brooke had her cell phone? She had her cell phone like this. And every so often that cell phone would kind of angle. Y'all saw that? She would talk over to Destiny, and Destiny would say something, that cell phone would go right back up. Y'all notice that? She was, Lauren. Lauren is making a really good point. She was going off like she came to the table and saw Shara sitting next to Larry. Let me tell y'all something. When my mama trying to eat, my mama don't care nothing about eating by my daddy. We know his seat at the head. Some of us gonna sit around that table. She may sit at the other head of the table, or she may not. She may sit in the kitchen. Not that we force my mom to go in the kitchen, but she be like, "It's too many people in here. I don't want to be around all y'all. No way. I'm finna sit right here at my other big table." And sometimes some of us will go in there, and my daddy like, "No, I'm finna go in there and eat my wife," and he'll get up and go sit with mama. I know I think about that like that. Thank you so much, Looney. No, Shar wasn't sitting across from Larry. Shar wasn't. She was sitting across on the other end of the table, but she wasn't sitting across from Larry. Duchess was sitting next to Larry. His niece, I thought that was his sister, but his niece, the one with the braids, was sitting directly across from Larry. Shar was sitting beside her, which meant Shar was sitting across from his sister. Larry was sitting beside his sister. Yes. Shar was the farthest away from him. Shar was sitting right there beside Destiny and Brooke at the end, on the other end of the table. Duchess was the closest to him. And then the other thing is, I didn't appreciate how like Bethany keeps using Duchess's niceness to as a weapon against Shara. She used it against Larry too at the table. Because when it got so bad, Duchess was like, "You can just have my seat, Bethany." She's like, "Thank you, Duchess, for being the one that blah blah blah." But she don't like Duchess, and she still didn't take Duchess's seat. That would have put her right beside Larry. She still didn't take it. Right, Lady D. Yes, Looney. That's who was closest to him. So now that's it, Izella. So now, Izella and everybody, do you all now see what I see? The possibility that the Bethany set Shara up, and Larry may not know that Bethany set Shara up. I believe Brooke may know, but she might have been young when it happened. But somebody who I believe knows. I believe, I believe Greg knows the truth about why Shara went to jail. Looney says yes, saying that she's the only one who treats her like family when she's overly accommodating to her. That's it. And I'm glad Shar keeps calling Duchess out. Because see, Duchess ain't experienced full on Bethany. She experienced a piece of it and she checked her so well. Like when Duchess checked Bethany in Chicago, I was like, oh, she straight up saying, oh girl, oh, I know I'm hip to your game. Don't try me. But then she come down here, she like, just be peaceful. Charlotte Jones, boo. Larry wasn't wrong. Bethany wrong. Um, Mods. Well, I'm not gonna do that because she don't have to agree with me. But I don't feel like we wrong. Period. Hmm. When Greg clarified they were dating at the time, I knew you were. Oh, yes, you saw that, Lady D. You saw that smirk, and that's when Bethany knew she had her because that's when Bethany sat back and sat in that smirk. Yes, Lauren, to your point, Shar has the power in this situation. She does. She does. Deborah says Duchess needs to stop. Not the C word. Not the C word. Deborah. Deborah. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, honey. But yeah, to your point, Duchess need to quit doing that. Cause here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing that I didn't care for. Okay, so now they're cleaning up. Bethany done pretty much cleared the house out. They're cleaning up. And Destiny is throwing her food away. Now, this is a mother and a daughter having a conversation. Duchess says to Destiny, "Why aren't you eating? Why didn't you? You didn't hardly touch your food." And Destiny said, I don't really want this. I ain't really hungry like that." Bethany decided to take another swipe. She took a swipe, and Duchess didn't even realize it. She actually was taking a swipe at Duchess through her child, but Duchess missed it. Bethany says she's mad. She's still mad at me because I told her she needed to change clothes because she wasn't wearing something appropriate. Them women sent them girls over there like that. So if the two mamas didn't care, why was Bethany so worried about what they had on? I didn't know there was a dress code for dinner. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Um, that was a big thing that triggered me because Bethany had already caused all this stuff. Well, no, the dinner hadn't gotten messed up then. That's what it was. Another shot at our black culture. And when that happened, and Destiny went over there and whispered to Brooke, Duchess should have stood in the she should have stood in the gap between her daughter and Bethany, and she should have said, "Leave her alone. Leave her alone." Excuse me, y'all. Okay, so then calling people dogs and plates being thrown and all of that. This woman called her husband an idiot in front of his whole family at this dinner. She called him an idiot in front of his whole family during Thanksgiving dinner. And that's why he gone. I would have took that plate of food. I would have forgot we were acting, and I'd have hit her dead in the face. The hell you mean yelling in my ear like this? Lauren, I don't think she did that because of him being in the military. I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think she forgets a lot of the time that he was in the military. I don't think that means anything to her at all. Michelle Barnes, yep, and that's how the fight got started. I think she I think she I think based on what happened when he said he was leaving her and he was breathing weird, she wasn't paying attention to it. His military stuff just kind of goes over her head. She wasn't paying attention to it. She don't care nothing about that. She don't care nothing about his PTSD unless she can use it to be able to say, I helped him when he was dealing with his PTSD. He was telling her when he was about to leave that she was triggering his PTSD. This is not the first time he has told her that. And she continued on and on. It wasn't until he said the words, I am going to leave for a few days. I'm leaving. That is when, hold on a second, y'all. This phone call keeps coming through. This keeps calling, blowing up my phone. Hey. Yeah, bring it back over here and I'll take a look at it. Okay. All right, bye. Okay. So I'm just like, I don't think she cares. I don't think she cared until he said he was about to go. That's when she cared. And even then, look at how she got up this morning. She got up as if she didn't know that he was gone. She legit thought him and Brooke came back in the night. That wasn't her what she was used to. Deborah says she has an in and a girl close, but knew they were too many of us and one. Yeah, she was real close to it. Really close. She was treading real close to that. Michelle Barnes says it's what he experienced while in the military because my husband retired from the military. You have to know how to deal with them. Some folks were on the front line and others had to do their job. I don't think Bethany has ever cared about Larry's mental. I think she was there for him when he needed some peace, and the person she really is wasn't who she showed Larry. No, it wasn't. Larry would have been better off working through his issues with Shara first. Am I frozen? Are y'all saying I'm frozen? Because I'm not frozen to me. It's all about Bethany. You are correct. You are correct. Okay, thank you, Lonnie. Hold on one second, y'all. I gotta go grab something real quick. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something. You just pulled up. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm doing some double duty right now. Yeah, it's manipulation. Total manipulation. Total. And that's who she is. It's who she is. She's a manipulator. Michelle Morris says Bethany doing way too much. She's jealous and controlling bully, and this may cost her a marriage. Oh, it's dead. That ship done sailed. Lynn, I think she did plan it. I think she did plan it. I think she planned when she decided she was gonna be there instead of staying gone. I think she planned to ruin it for everybody because she kept talking about Shara being in her house. She was singing that song. No, she didn't plan for Lord for she thought Larry was gonna stay there. She thought she was gonna have Larry and Brooke. So speaking of Brooke, let's go to after Larry leaves. And Brooke made me mad one time. And that's when Larry told her to go talk to her mama. And she was like, what can I do? It don't matter what you can do. Be there. That's what you can do. Be there for her. That's what you can do. Right. You cannot force somebody to love you. The heart wants what it wants when it wants it. Hold on, y'all. I'm watching my door. I got somebody coming back by my house real quick. Um, yeah, you can't. It's not how it works. But not just that, I don't think Larry's mind and his heart was even going towards wanting Shara back. I mean, yeah, we were talking about it and stuff, but the stuff that this woman does, the things that she does, it makes someone not want to deal with her. I'm with you, Michelle. I can't stand it. She's the only one. She's not just disrespecting the house, she's disrespecting the family. Yep. But did you notice how Brooke told her it's okay to be wrong? If you're wrong, just say you're wrong. And Brooke called her out for that weak behind apology. She went in. She didn't go in there to apologize. She went in there to get sympathy. But I don't know what kind of sympathy she thought she was going to get from this girl when you sat there and called her mama a dog. You called their entire family trash. And Brooke brought that back up when she said to her, you can't treat people trashy and then get upset when they start treating you like trash. She called her on it. And that was a moment that Brooke was recording. If they play this right, the way she had that phone set up, because she would pick it and then she would kind of train it towards Bethany, just enough where she could get her. I peeked that out watching it, and I really hope that's what she was doing. I really want to be right about that. Writers of these skits, I really do. You're right, Lady D. She didn't plan for Larry to leave. She wanted his sister to leave and for Shar to leave. And she wanted Duchess gone too. Don't get it twisted. She didn't want Duchess there either. She didn't want neither one of them there. Even when they came to get the girls, when her and Shar were going back and forth, when Duchess said bye, she tried to use that whole thing again, weaponizing Duchess against her sister. It's Lady D. I love when Brooke told Destiny sometimes you have to be nasty to Bethany so she can see how it feels. I did too. I did too. That just gave me so much joy, girl. When I saw her say that, what else gave me joy was when she got up and stood up at her door, she was getting ready to close it. And then when Bethany finally backed out, she locked it. I don't even think she needs a room next. Diesel deserves better than having Bethany anywhere in his presence, Michelle. You know me. Next thing you know, she'll be trying to like turn Diesel into a husband. And Diesel is on different kind of, he got a different kind of issues. Different kind of issues. Let's pull up the comments. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm not getting into any of these comments that are like these long, lengthy rants and stuff. I'm not doing those. I'm not going to do those. I'm telling you that now. I don't have the wherewithal for that today. Just so my mind ain't there. Hold on, let me get everything set up. Okay. Oh. I was trying to wait and see if this customer was gonna come back. Not yet. I ain't trying to end the stream. Yeah, he would meet. That would be somebody worse than her. Deborah says, like Mama said, when you dig a ditch for somebody else, that's it. Dig one ditch, you better dig two. Okay, let me pull up the comments. Can y'all see it? Hey Cheryl, what's happening? So Bethany calls Larry and crashes out when she hears Char in the background. Did she crash out or did she have more of a meltdown? Because crashing out, to me, I thought she was supposed to tell stuff in the house. She ain't do none of that. She ain't do none of that. Yeah, it was more of a meltdown than a crash out. Antoinette says she don't deserve that. Her husband continues to. Nah, Antoinette, I ain't with you on that. I'm not gonna heart and like that at all. I don't know what that person was thinking, but I don't know what they was watching. Jeanette says she deserves everything she gets. She thinks she cries, he will feel bad. Larry, please don't answer your phone for her. I agree. If you're gonna let her stew in it, let her stew in it. Jeanette says this is what an evil person does. Watch out, Larry. Yvette Davis, what's up, Yvette? She said she has nobody to fuss at. No, she did not. Sherry Holtz says, wow, Larry answered the phone. I wouldn't have answered the phone. Yvette Davis, perfect sign. They are his family. His family told him he is not part of it. That is true. Lynn Byerly says you are absolutely right about her. Thank you, Lynn. I think you are too. Lynn, you on here with us, right? You're watching. I'm glad. Lynn, girlfriend, I was so mad. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Hey, let me see it. Let me mend it. Okay. I'll bring it right back to you. Okay. You can too. Okay. Then I'll check the other ones too. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm back. I'm gonna sit here and work watch Lynn. Girl, you telling me somebody's glad that she went and got that girl? I was mad with Larry when he let them stay there. They would have had to leave with me. Now that was a total mom move, and I don't blame her for making that move at all. Mm-mm. I do not blame her for going to get her child. And Duchess, she too lax with her daughter, meaning she should have wanted her to go pick her up. I wouldn't. Ain't no way in the world I left my child over there. I'd have been like, you better go on back over there and get Brooke. And that should be like, you better go get my daughter. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You better go get my child. Let's see. Well, see, she ain't got all her karma yet, but this is a good start. For her, this is a crash out. For her, this was a crash out. She knows the chicken have come home to roost. Yes, they have come home to roost. Um, yeah, she thought they was gonna come back home in the middle of the night. Fooled her. Fooled her. I rather enjoyed that skit this morning with her not having her family there when she got up. That made my day. That made my whole day. I was so happy for her. Couldn't have happened to a better person. Couldn't have happened to a worse person. Um, can't get with folks that are selfish and have an entitlement. Bethany is not going to change. It's only her way. Yeah, she ain't changing. Yeah, she knows how nasty Bethany is. Duchess is used to saying Destiny is okay, even when Destiny may not be okay. She's so used to saying that and doesn't have a clue about her daughter and how she may be feeling in a certain moment. What if when Bethany was on her about her clothes, what if she didn't have anything else to wear? What if what she had on was the nicest thing that she had? See, all of that is a factor in all of this. And I love how her sister-in-laws, meaning Shara's sister-in-laws, took up for her. Yeah. Yes, I would be concerned about Shara was concerned about her daughter's safety. I don't think she went over there just because. I think she definitely was worried about her daughter's safety. I definitely believe so. Yeah, did she I heard her when she said, did you hear her say, "What have I done?" Yep, I heard her when she said, "What have I done?" You know what you did. You didn't believe she Bethany did not believe fat meat was greasy. I'm telling y'all. She never thought Larry would leave her. No, Greg is gonna approach Shara and ask her himself. She is on the list of people he was gonna approach to ask that question. But now that she's heard he reached out to Brooke, she may make it a bit easier. It may make her like, oh, let me call him. Shar is definitely gonna testify. This lady D says, I was tickled when Shara asked, hold on, y'all. My needle. I'm trying not to lose my needle and my thread. One of her seams is. I was tickled when Shara asked Larry, why you telling me where you stand? Me and Duchess said the same thing at the same time. Girl, you know why. I know, right? Shoot. You know exactly why he telling you. Yep. Oh, yeah. I said two people that was at this dinner that I know are gonna testify against her. They gonna go home and tell Greg, and they gonna tell the daddy how Bethany showed out at Thanksgiving dinner. They are definitely about to do that. And if they it wouldn't surprise me if they um checked Bethany for how she was acting. Because I think they were embarrassed for the family for the way that she acts. Yeah, Natasha on edge. And I'm sorry, Kendrick was dead wrong for that sorry behind Thanksgiving dinner he took her to. He could at least taken her to a 4-star restaurant or even had like a catered Thanksgiving dinner. He got money. He can do better than that. I didn't like what he did for Natasha for Thanksgiving. Nope, I ain't appreciate it at all. But also Natasha could have also cooked. Okay, let's get back to the other comments. Let's see. That is his family, and she stood there and called his whole family trash. She did. Now Bethany trying to sound so sweet. Yeah, she's trying to sound like she did the sweetest thing since um molasses. Jamie Morton says he don't need to answer for quite a while. I agree. He don't need to answer nothing. Yes, she does. She wants to isolate him from his past life and friends. You are right, Tania. Michelle Moses, Bethany thinks he is staying with Shar. Yes, she does. Good for her. I'm glad she think that. I wanted to think that. Well, now she can sit in any car that she wants. Yes, she can. Um, Lonnie says, I don't know how much she thought he would take. She wasn't just nasty to everyone at Thanksgiving. She was nasty to Larry in front of everybody. There is no way in the world I would ever call my husband an idiot, stupid, or anything like that in front of a family function. No matter how stupid I might think he was in that moment, I would not have done that in front of in a function in front of a bunch of people. She went all in with her rant. She went all in. Sharon Z took her to a cheap Chinese restaurant. She's talking about Kendrick. Lauren says since Brooke didn't voluntarily, let me see what she's asking. Since Brooke didn't voluntarily agree to testify, can they subpoena her to do so? Because honestly, they really need her. They don't need her. They got a whole room of witnesses now. They don't need Brooke. But if all they had was Brooke, that would be enough. But they don't need Brooke because there are enough people who know. I don't know what happened, Marquisa. I have no idea what happened with the whole Ro and Natasha thing. They need to hurry up with this storyline though, because it's kind of getting old. So Lady D said she was going to cook with Ro, and Kendrick was supposed to buy the food, but he didn't because he didn't want Ro to come over. Well, now that's just petty. That is her friend, whether he likes it or not. Whether he likes it and whether we like it or not, that is her friend. I got a Kendrick theory, y'all. Hold on, I'll share it in just a minute. Let me finish knotting this off. My theory is that Kendrick is a gangster character. We just don't know it. I think he's like the guy from Power that was Ghost Attorney. I think he's one of those type people. Because when he was talking to Dawn, this is a sidebar conversation. We're gonna get back on Bethany in just a second. Yes, Larry's sister can definitely testify. Okay, close that back up. Okay, here's another one. I let her seams out, and sometimes when you let seams out on something, you can have like little skips in the fabric, and that's what I'm fixing now, little skips in the fabric. Because I pushed it out as far as I could take it. Um yeah, it comes off of disingenuous because the only reason why Bethany is trying to sound sweet now is because she is caught. She didn't thought she did not think Larry would take the measures that he took. See, when she was doing all that hell raising, and acting as if she thought Larry might have been cheating on her or considering to cheat on her, she knew he wasn't. But now she has pushed it. It's just like if a jealous man keeps accusing his lady of cheating on him and she's not cheating on him, what is she eventually gonna do? Cheat on him. Our words have power. And you can't keep manifesting things over people or things that have happened or pushing people to saying they've done stuff. Because there's some people out there who be like, okay, since you're going to accuse me of it, I might well just go ahead and do it. If I'm going to have to be fighting this battle and fighting this conversation with you every time I see you, then I might as well go ahead and do what you're accusing me of doing. At least then I'll be happy. See what I'm saying? She does need to put some rules in place on both sides. But Ro does have to respect the fact that her and Kendrick are in a relationship now. And Ro don't respect that. And I'm trying to understand why. Yes, Larry's sister can definitely testify. It wouldn't surprise me if she was already on the witness list. They don't want Larry with that woman. They don't want Larry with her. Cheryl, that's what I said. Cheryl said Brooke was recording all the time, and I bet she was sending it to Greg with that recording. She won't have to go on. No, she wouldn't. All thing she would have to do is maybe do a definition, deposition to say that it was her phone and she did send it. When Kendra was, let's stick to this. What Cheryl say? Yes. Okay. Deborah Ying said, "You get what you go for, Bethany. I have no empathy or sympathy for Bethany. I don't either. I don't feel bad for her at all. I'm glad she getting what she getting." Charles Davis 33 minutes ago said she eat a sandwich at her table with her right now. In other words, she got her own table to herself. Yes, she did, Charles Davis. People don't have to agree with me, but you're not gonna disrespect me. I don't like when people come up to me, but look, lady, you can say what you want, lady. When you do that, I'm gonna block you. Don't call me lady. You can say what you want, lady. That's her husband, lady. I can agree to disagree with you, but you ain't finna play with me like that. I already see what that's about. Go on about your business. Lynn Biley says, I don't think Larry and Shar will get back together, but I think they got a very good friend relationship, and Bethany is jealous of that. Um, I can see your point of view on that, Lynn, but I definitely believe they're gonna get back together. If only for one night. They're gonna get back together, even if it's just to spin the block one night. Something is going to hurt so bad. Larry is going to find himself in Shara's arms for comfort. They're going to have a conversation about their past. And I think the thing that's going to hurt so bad is that Bethany is the one that had that woman locked up. Let me see. Let Bethany become the old cat lady. I could see that happening to her. I certainly could. She become the old little old cat lady, sitting on her rocking chair by herself. Okay, y'all, I'm just checking this jacket seams. No, he shouldn't have ever entered a relationship with her. Lady D, I love what you said. Well, Cheryl too. Cheryl says Bethany thought she was doing something with them snotty smirks and smiles, but it bit her in the behind. Lady D said, "Isn't it funny? Everybody just want her to take accountability, but Bethany choked with silence made her take accountability. She choked when she said, what did I do?" Yes, she did. And I feel like the what did I do was not a question like, well, what did I do? Like, I'm confused. I don't know what I did. No, that what did I do was like, dang, what did I do? Like, why in the devil did I do that? I don't think she knew Shar before meeting Larry. I think she found out about Shar when she met Larry. And then I think when she found herself meeting Shara, she got intimidated by Shar, the way Shar dresses, the way Shar looks, all that good stuff. And once she got intimidated, that she decided to just kind of cut the fool because she didn't have anything else that she could do. Make sense? She was threatened by her. So she had to come up with something. And I think that's when all her shenanigans began to ensue. Trying to make sure there are no more loose seams. Okay, more comments. Yvonne Brosnick says, obviously he'd rather be with Shara than her. That's his family, not Bethany. I call this over. I agree with you. It's over. Izella says she bought this on herself. Karma is never fun. Understand, Bethany, you're the reason he's not there. Larry, do what you have to do. That's it. Michelle Tillerman says, eat cat's tears. I guess she must be talking about Bethany. I don't know. Bethany is his family. That is his wife. He married to her. Shar is his ex-wife. She not family. Brooke is family because she's his daughter. I'm sorry, Keon. I am not going to agree with you on this. His ex-wife is his family. It would be different if he did not have any children with Shar. He was married to Shar. They have children. So by extension, they are still family. And also, Keon, family is not always who you choose, who you marry yourself into. Family is also by choice. She is an extended part of his family, whether anybody likes it or not. Bethany is his family by marriage, but Bethany and her family have told Larry he is not family when it comes to their family business. That's a big part of who they are. They can't pick and choose when they want this man to be family, when they want him to be a part of what they have going on. Okay? See underneath, Bethany is intimidated by Shar because Shar is black and she knows she can't compete. That's what is her real trigger. I don't know. I think if Shar were white, Bethany would still be like this. I'm just trying to open up. Hold on, y'all. I'm double checking a scene. I think if I really do believe that Bethany would be this way no matter who. Here's one right here. Bethany would be this way regardless of who it is. Because I think that's who Bethany is. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, you bring up a good point, Deborah. I didn't think about the symbolism of the food. Okay, Lady D says, Ayana, let me add to your theory. Bethany wanted to take everyone from Larry. That's why she set Shara up to take Brooke. Yep. Cheryl says her theory is that Daddy Newberger, hold on, always covered up her bad behavior and she expects everyone else to cover it up. Definitely. He said many times, this is how Bethany is. Brooke said that she asked her parents, asked Bethany's parents, was she always like this? And they told her yes. Now they told this to a quote unquote child. Why is that? Why would they tell that to a child? And I'm saying it that way because that's how Bethany does it. Bethany tried to pull that child stuff on Destiny. Yep, look at how she treats her mom. And Bethany ain't just start treating her mama like that. Her daddy has let her run roughshod over that whole family. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is on Brooke shuts the door on Bethany when she tries to talk to her. Jeanette says, but she started. She's gaslighting again as always. Yes, 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 yes. Izella said, Brooke is standing her ground. Excuses, never accountability. That's it. More excuses, never accountability. And it's like if your mama hadn't done this, quit talking to that girl about her mama. Emily Adams says, "You're right to tell the truth about everything, Mrs. Ayana." Well, I'm trying, girlfriend. I'm telling the truth as I see it. I don't know if I'm always right. Lauren, the reason why Bethany gets mad every time Brooke tells her to take accountability and look at herself is why all these problems take place in their house because nurses can't handle being told to look at themselves. No, they cannot. They cannot handle it at all. Bitchy Music says her so-called apology is pathetic. She clearly has no idea how to offer a genuine one. No, she does not know how to offer a genuine apology. She's not an apologist at all. Lynn Eberly says Bethany is psycho. Yes, she is. And I'm concerned that if Larry does just continue to move on, and whether it's with Shar or anybody else, I feel like she may crash out and do something to him. If we were to analyze every situation where Bethany screwed up, she'd swear her life on her life that it was never her fault. She never takes accountability for any of that. Y'all remember that lady when they made Bethany start working at the other building that the auntie ran, the one down in College Park, and the lady that was upset about her parking space. Bethany didn't take accountability for causing that problem, and that was one of her best tenants. And did that lady? Do we know if that lady is still there or not? She does like that, Lauren. I can't read all this, but she does like to flip the script and claim people are attacking her. You are correct. Bethany does not do any self-reflecting. Jeanette says she's always gaslighting and telling half the truth, really, but she called everyone trash. Really get off the gas. Huh, that's it. Get all the way off the gas. Get all the way off it. Daddy Newberger told Bethany, "You were not bullied. You were the bully." Yes, he did. But I don't like how they're trying to like put this off on Greg, like he's wrong for holding her accountable. Nobody's ever held her accountable. That is a problem. Okay, this is them at breakfast. Let's see what comments we got on that. Charles Davis says Larry is very happy with his ex-wife and daughter and her sister in the Waffle House for the morning with them. Yes, he is. He is very happy. He's at relaxing at peace. He had a good night. He told Shar he slept very well. Izella, Larry looks calm and happy. Larry, take your time and move slowly. Exactly. Shar, you take your time too. Marquisa, Larry, that's what I'm talking about. Go shopping. It's Friday. You ain't got nothing else to do. He's at peace with them. Looney says, yeah, I don't think he's leaving for good yet, but it would be good for them to build in the meantime. Yeah, he ain't gone for good yet. I'm gonna say he probably gonna spin the block at least twice with Bethany. Brenda Wilburn, I love your comment, girl. So Bethany calls Larry and crashes out. She said, well, she can sit in any chair that she wants to. I like that comment. Okay, Michelle Luke. He could still be done with the marriage, but still spin the block out of some sense of blind loyalty or guilt. But you may be right. He may be completely done with the marriage. That's the beauty of these skits. We're going to see before it's over with. Yeah, he didn't tell everything. I wanted to be with Shara. I'm gonna tell y'all why I wanted to be with Shara. I think with it being with Shara, that keeps Bethany in play as a character and as a protagonist. I want her, I want the story of how Shara went to jail to come out. And I want Larry to be so pissed off that he is totally done when they find out the truth. You see what I'm saying? I don't think they have the full truth yet. But I need him to feel some kind of way when they find out what the real truth is. There we go, right there. All right, I got them done, so she can come back and get this. Yeah, I want him to be with Shar. Oh, he definitely gonna be watching everything that she says. Yeah, it's gonna be a nasty divorce. That's another reason why I don't want. I want them to. I want them to go to Pound Town, but I don't want them to go to Pound Town. They can't be discreet with it, and here's why. I don't want Bethany to be able to say that he left her, that they broke up because of infidelity. Because if she were to be able to say infidelity, although that is his house that was acquired prior, I don't want Larry to end up having to pay Bethany anything, and I don't want her to end up being able to get that house due to some type of legal loophole. There, I said it. Yeah, she always ear hustling, and she heard Shar, when you look for trouble, you'll find it. This is Wayne's World. Bethany will be around. She is his top money maker right now. I don't know if she's his top money maker. She's becoming a top money maker because we like watching these skits and interacting with them. And I think the more we do it, the more popular they're going to get. Isella says Bethany needs to do some self-analyzing and find the root cause of how she is. No more denial. Yeah. She needs therapy. Bitchin' Music says watching Bethany go through the motions, it dawns on her that she's alone. No one remains with whom she can boss around and argue. This stark reality hits her like a ton of bricks, leaving her on the brink of a panic attack, gasping for air in her solitude. I said if they let this chick have a heart attack, I'm gonna be mad. She needs a tough love lesson. She also says, let's see if I can scroll down some. My edit. My hats off to Kristen in this role because she performed it to the hilt. I felt her abandoned pain. Now I will say I did feel her abandoned pain because she shook. Her heart shook. She wasn't expecting nobody to leave her. Oh yeah, Shayla versus Bethany. Yeah, I think this one. People care more about this one than they do the other one. I think we finally starting to get some Shayla karma though. The comments on the dinner. Bethany doesn't have a seat at Thanksgiving table. Whoo, y'all. The wet Loney said, literally, they could have just went in the living room and sat together. Worst hostess ever. Yes. Isella says, how petty is she? They have served us some tasty drama in the skits today. Well done, writers, for drama. Yes, Isella, they did serve up some good drama. Yeah, Bethany needs to feel it. I'm with you, Marquisa. She needs to feel it. We need this character like this to be down, just down, down. Clarissa says she finally has her phone out. I hope Brooke is recording. Brooke is going to testify her brother because she doesn't like the way Meaning she's gonna testify for Greg. Lynn Byerly says, all the help in the world isn't gonna help Bethany because she's never gonna change. No, she's not. She ain't gonna change. We know she's not gonna change. All right, y'all. It's 2:23. I'm getting ready to get off of here. I got some other skits I need to react to. And everything. I'm not gonna promise y'all I'll be back on here tonight. I do have some relatives in town. I want to go see my cousins. So I may or may not be on here. But you know me, I say ain't gonna come on and then boom, I'm on. To my members, y'all, if y'all want to join, y'all better join this membership. We didn't have movie night the other night, but we are gonna have ourselves a movie night here in the near future. And then there are other perks. I'm working on some revisions to the membership perks. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate it. I am working on some of the membership perks as well. At that top membership, the $12.99 membership, there will be a consulting for starting your own YouTube channel. There's a consulting that will be at that membership level. And I think that's at the $12.99 membership level. Enjoy your day, Deborah and Lady D and everybody else. Hit that like button on the way out. We had 13 people watching, but only 7 likes. So y'all hit that like button on y'all way out too. And I will catch up with you all later. I'm gonna hit some of the other skits. Sorry, my cousin's sending me some. Sorry, I'm having to fix something, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna go. Thank you all for hitting the button. I appreciate it. Let me go. I will talk to y'all later. I'm getting messages, so I need to go check some stuff out. Be safe while y'all out here doing this Black Friday shopping, all that other good stuff, okay? All right. Bye.